Morning, hello, good afternoon, good evening. I don't know when you're watching this video. Today is Friday. We made it. Friday, July 3rd. Today's book is called Berenstain Bears and Too Much Junk Food. I have a big problem eating junk food. I like burgers, I like ice cream, I like chocolate. And well, let's see what happens. Obviously, Mama Bear's pretty upset. All the other families eating way too much junk food, and she's like, what are you doing? Y'all are getting too fat. Let's see. Healthy food is good for brother, sis, and dad. How can mom make them stop eating food that is bad? Ooh, yeah. I remember this book from when I was a kid. I'm pretty chubby still, but I used to be very, very, very chubby when I was a kid. And so I remember reading this book a lot and it meaning a lot to me when I read it as a kid. I haven't read it in a while. Bear country where the family lived. Bear country where the family. This book is called The Berenstain Bears and then Too Much Junk Food. Bear country where the Bear family lived in the big tree house down a sunny dirt road was a happy place and a healthy place. There were lots of cozy nooks and comfortable trees for the bear country folk to live in. The weather was good most of the time, and best of all, there was plenty of good, healthy food. Worms and seeds for the birds, nuts and acorns for the squirrels, grass and dandelions for the rabbits, more than enough flies for the frogs, and plenty of good, nourishing food for the bears. Honey, of course, but more important, lots of vegetables, fruit, milk, fish, and fowl. Fowl meaning different things around like rabbits and things like that to eat, which in real, that's what they really do eat. I'm going to go very slowly here and watch very carefully all the different things that are happening in the town, what all the animals are eating, what's happening. Okay, very good. The trouble was that certain bears, brother and sister, had gotten into the habit of eating not so healthy foods when watching TV, or at the movies, and at the mall. In fact, it began to seem to Mama Bear that any time was snack time. And not healthy snack like a carrot or an apple, gumballs and cookies and stuff like that. At first, she hadn't paid much attention, but then, when the cubs were raiding the pantry, Mama noticed something. The cubs were getting a little chubby. She took a closer look just to be sure. Yes, they were chubbier from the side. They were chubbier from the front and from the back. They got big bear butts. Well, there was no question about it. Brother and sister were going to have to stop eating all that junk food. Mama's like, you know what? Enough's enough. I got to step in. I got to do my mama thing. But Mama, they protested, we're growing bears and we need those snacks. You're growing all right, said Mama. The trouble is you're growing from side to side as much as you're growing up and down. Sometimes cubs get into bad habits, and you've gotten into the bad habit of eating altogether too many sweets and goodies. She's like, enough is enough. We're going to have to get back to healthy, nourishing food. She gathered up all the goodies in one big load. Mama, cried sister, what are you doing? You're not going to throw those away, cried brother. No, we're going to put them up in the freezer and forget about them, she said. And there's no use arguing. Simple as that, right? That's right. This gets really funny. That's right, agreed Papa, coming in from his shop. Again, he's at his shop. Where else would he be? There's no use arguing with your mother when she's made up her mind. Then looking into the refrigerator, he said, oh dear, we're out of Sweetsy Cola. Let's be sure to get some next time we're at the supermarket. Our Sweetsy Cola days are over, said Mama. As she pushed all the goodies into the freezer, 2 packages fell onto the floor. Say, shouted Papa, what are you doing with my sugar balls and cocoa chums? Junk food. They're going into the freezer and we're going to forget about them, cried brother. We're going to eat healthy, nourishing food instead. Just a minute, said Papa, but as he leaned over, look, first of all, look at his big bottom. Okay. But as he leaned over to pick up his precious goodies, there was a loud rip. Papa's snack habits had caught up with him too. He had split the seat of his overalls wide open. Here's the next page. Ah, Mama has to sew his pants because he got too fat for his pants. Ah! What sort of healthy, nourishing food, Papa asked Mama as she sewed up his overalls. What he should be saying is, thanks, dear, for sewing my overalls. I'm sorry I got so fat. That's what he should be saying, but he's not saying that. Vegetables right out of our garden, of course, and fruit from our orchard. And what are we supposed to drink, asked Papa. Try this, said Mama. It's called water. Water is very, very healthy for you. So is other drinks too. Water is probably the best. The next day, the Bear family went to the supermarket to buy some sensible food for the pantry. Mama pushed right past the sweets and goodies and stocked up on whole grain bread and cereal, fresh milk and cheese. Then she chose some fine-looking oranges and bananas, two fruits that didn't grow in her orchard. All right, so Mama's having a good time getting some sweet food, some good, nourishing, healthy food for the kids and the whole family to eat. While she was waiting in the checkout line, someone said, I'm glad to see that cartload of nutritious food, Mama Bear. It was Dr. Grizzly. Here she is. It was Dr. Grizzly, the bear's family doctor. You must believe in good food for a healthy body. I certainly do, said Mama, but I'm not sure about the rest of my family. Dr. Grizzly took a look at Papa and the cubs. She said, I see what you mean. They look like they could use a little professional advice. Stop by my office tomorrow, please. The cubs were nervous when they all arrived at the doctor's office the next day. Do you think she'll give us some sort of shot? They wanted to know. I don't think so, said Mama. But with Dr. Grizzly, you never knew. So Dr. Grizzly sees the rest of the family looking at all these sweet things to eat. And she's like, I'm going to help you out, Mama. I'm going to explain some things. Step in here, please, said Dr. Grizzly. Oh, boy, movies. And said the cubs when they saw a projector and screen. Not exactly, said the doctor as she turned off the lights. We're going to have a little slideshow. About what? Asked the cubs. You'll see, she said, and started the show. It says, good food for healthy bodies. This is what your body looks like from the outside. Probably not your body. You're probably not covered in fur like a bear, but still, the point is still the same. And this, she said, changing the slide, is what it looks like on the inside. Wow, said the cubs. All right, so they're starting their lesson here. Our bodies are a marvelous system of parts called organs, and it's these parts working together that let us do all the wonderful things we can do. Climb mountains, sing songs, hit home runs, ride bikes. It's a number of systems, really. A system of nerves that lets us feel and think. A system that keeps the blood flowing throughout the body. A system of muscles and bones that lets us move and give us strength. And a system for food that lets us take in the nourishment that gives us energy and keeps all the other systems healthy. There's a lot going inside the human body and the bear body as well. The last slide showed different kinds of foods and told how they help the body. Papa looked for sugar balls and cocoa chums, but they were nowhere to be seen. So he eat these foods to build up body and muscle. These ones to make strong bones and teeth. Give the body vitamins and fiber with all the vegetables and fruit there. And last one, give the body energy for carbs and things like that. Now, said Dr. Grizzly, turning on the lights, I'll do my best to keep you healthy if you'll promise to do your part by eating the right foods. We promise, said Brother, but Sister had a question about sweets and goodies. What harm do they do? Most of them, answered the doctor, aren't very nourishing. Instead of helping build and strengthen our bodies, they just pile up like extra fat like this. She took a pinch of Papa's waist and got quite a handful. Ouch, said Papa. And even worse, they fill you up so you're not hungry for the food your body really needs. That's true. That's true. You gotta eat healthy food. And as the bears were leaving, just a minute, she added, a shot, thought the cubs, but that wasn't it at all. Exercise, called the doctor. An exercise program is important for good health too, and it will work off those extra inches. I'm so glad she mentioned that because it's really not just about, I'm not a doctor at all, believe me. It's not just about eating healthy. That's definitely part of it. Exercise needs to be, I think, going along with it as well. Well, said Brother, there's no time like right now. Let's jog home. And off went the cubs with Papa puffing behind. All right, so they're learning their lesson here. As at first, it was a little strange eating just good, healthy food. For a while, they could almost taste the sugar balls and cocoa chums they weren't snacking on. But Mama was always ready with healthy goodies. Here they are eating some salad and some chicken, it looks like. Apple slices for TV, nuts and raisins for the movies, frozen yogurt at the mall. And crisp, crunchy carrot sticks just about any time. You can have carrots all the time. Now, you're not allowed to bring in your own snacks for the movies, so I guess they got away with it there. The Bears started a family program of jogging and exercise. So when the Bear Country 3-mile run was announced, they were all slimmed down. They were all slimmed down and ready. Ooh, that's exciting. They're all going to go for a run and see who can be the fastest. 3-mile run. That's quite a lot. Although they didn't win, they didn't come in last either, not even Papa, and they won a prize for being the only family to finish the whole race. They were all excited and proud, especially Papa. So I'm so glad that they're all happy. They didn't win the race, but they all tried it. They all ran the whole race. This was the first annual Bear Country 3-mile run and the awards. Ooh, that's exciting. I know what he said. Let's celebrate by opening up the freezer and have a carrot stick, interrupted brother. And some nuts and raisins, added sister. Oh, there they go. Is that what Papa was thinking? And Papa did. So he was definitely excited to get some sweets out of the freezer, but his family wouldn't let him because they care too much about him, and it's not going to happen. Enjoy your weekend. Bye!